Today I want to talk about one of my favorite stones. It's agate. Agate is one of the most common stones. Typically we can find it ourselves along riverbeds or wherever we may be that there's water. There might most likely is going to be some sort of agate. And what's really great about agate is that it's actually a stone that grows in or on other rocks, typically metamorphic, meaning that it fills up another rock as a host with banded chalcedony, because essentially agate is banded chalcedony. And the great thing about it is that we're seeing agate show up in primitive cultures dating as far back as we can really measure. Agate is one of those stones that shows up in ancient cultures across the globe. The reason is because it's a really hard rock and you can use it to make tools and arrowheads and carvings, kind of whatever you really want to do with it. And it's extremely durable and easy to find. The name comes from a Greek philosopher who found it along the AGATE river. The really cool thing about agate and what most of the metaphysical community understands agate to be good for is grounding. Now, let's take a deep dive into what that actually means. What is grounding? So the reason that we're getting that idea that the stone is a grounding stone is because of its density, because of its hardness. But really, if you look at what it's doing, it's actually going into another rock and filling it with banding, layers, right? Creating layers in another rock. And so what does that mean for us, right? How do we translate that to ourselves? So if we're looking at ourselves as a host, we're bringing in some sort of higher vibrational energy into ourselves and layering ourselves with different layers of consciousness. That is going to essentially be a grounding technique. Grounding yourself means you're able to focus, concentrate, stable mind, being present, being aware. That idea of density is also associated with grounding because it's what holds us down to the earth. It's what keeps us with our feet on the ground and making sure that we're doing the fundamental things. I hope this helped, and I hope you got a good explanation about one of my favorite stones, agate.